Here at the depot with Caleb and Mara, and we are going to talk about the Merrimack Players, which is a theater group here in our community that does some really amazing things for the community itself, for the youth. A lot of cool involvement there, and let's get to it. So Caleb, explain to me a little bit about Merrimack and what it is that you guys do.
So Merrimack Players in general obviously is our theater, but it goes beyond that. So the Martinsville Arts Council is kind of our home base. We joined together, which I guess you would call the Arts Hub here in Morgan County.
Performing Arts Hub.
Performing Arts Hub. But we do many things outside of the depot, kind of promoting the arts. Merrimack Players is the theater inside the depot, which I've directed quite a few shows with, so it's kind of my go-to place, my specialty, I guess you could say. Mara probably has more history knowledge.
The Merrimack Players is what we consider the performing arts hub of Morgan County. It's the only community theater group or performing arts group, besides we've got some dance studios, things like that, but the only community theater in, I want to say, a 30-mile radius of Martinsville, which is the seat of Morgan County. So it's really special. We draw a lot of people from Mooresville, Monrovia, Morgantown, of course Martinsville, and we just try to offer people outlets if they want to participate in the performing arts with our plays, in our drama camps, our youth production. We do plays that have mixed ages involved. And we also like to offer opportunities for entertainment. So it's very important, especially in Morgan County and in Martinsville, that we offer an entertainment that makes sense for our community. So we host all the plays that you can come and, of course, watch. And then we also host stand-up comedy shows, magic shows. We've had concerts here at the depot. And the historic Depot Theater, we've been here, I want to say 10, 11 years maybe. And it's a former train station. It's over 100 years old, and it's a registered landmark. It has been through some turmoil structurally, but part of the goal of the Martinsville Arts Council and the Merrimack Players is to help preserve and maintain the rich history that the depot holds. And that's one of the reasons why we perform our shows in the historic Depot Theater.
Talking to Justin earlier, and although we've been in this building for 10 to 15 years, Merrimack Players has actually been going since 1985. That's over 30 years, which is amazing, bringing entertainment to Morgan County. I find that fascinating.
What does it cost, like the youth or the adults that want to participate in the productions, in the plays? Does it cost them anything?
Absolutely nothing, unless we're like, hey, we're doing some t-shirts, things like that. But it's free for the ones who want to get involved. Even down to some of when it comes to costumes, things like that, we try to provide as much as we can. If there's specialty things, we may see if they, if certain people want to help out. We provide this for our community, and we want more people to be involved and know that it doesn't cost an arm and a leg to have your child or you yourself be involved in something like this.
And the Merrimack Players, it's not for profit group, and it's a performing arts group, and anyone can join. Anyone. We need people to take tickets to be in the shows, to help get props, make costumes. So we're always looking for volunteers. We're open to anyone. One of the things is that we're nonprofit. So the shows that we do, we sell tickets, of course, but the money that we get from those shows, we put back into our next shows and then back into the performing arts here. The board is made up of volunteers. Anyone could, if you're interested in joining the board, certainly you could contact us. It doesn't cost anything to be part of the performing arts. If you want to be a spectator, which we love to have as many spectators as we can, you do have to buy a ticket, which of course that money goes back to the not-for-profit Merrimack Players to help support the performing arts. We offer a couple of things like our youth drama camp.
Do you guys have any shows coming up?
We do. One that opens up this Friday called Home Games, directed by our very own Brent Wooldridge, an amazing director. I've had the privilege of acting beside and being in some of his shows. That opens this Friday and goes Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then the next weekend also, dates being the 18th through the 20th and the 25th through the 27th. It's a great show, family show, filled with love, a little bit of sadness, but comedy as well. Also brings a little bit of awareness to brain injuries and different things like that. So we definitely urge you to come and check this show out. Tickets are on sale now at the YMCA, also online, merrymacplayers.org. A lot of people still don't know that we do sell tickets online, so whether you're out of state, wherever you are, go to our website. You can purchase those tickets. Tickets are $10, which is an amazing price for the the talent that goes into putting these shows on, and the talent on the stage. But $10 for your tickets. Show opens this Friday, and they're gonna go fast, so grab your tickets.
It is PG-13 just because of some of the content, but it is a great story about the relationship between a daughter and her father, some issues that he's having as he's getting older and becoming more forgetful, and then of course a little bit of love story in there too. But it's gonna be a really, really fun. You know what? Home games, home run. It's gonna be a home run.
Home run. knock it out of the field, right?
Right, that's right.
A couple other things we have going on, and actually I know Mara's been kind of talking a while here, but we have something coming up in Bloomington that I think you should talk about.
Yeah, so we are so excited. The Merrimack Players, for the second year in a row, have been invited to be a part of the spoken word stage at the Bloomington 4th Street Festival. So during the Bloomington 4th Street Festival, which is a huge arts and crafts fair, there is a spoken word stage, and they have different poets and different, like there's a radio play group and different artists and writers who go and they either read or they perform some of the works that they have written. We started this last year and they've invited us back. We are one of only two groups. Everyone gets about a half-hour slot over the course of the festival, which is a couple days long, and it's September 2nd in Bloomington on 4th Street. We are one of only two groups that get an hour-long time slot. So what we like to do as Merrimack Players is we take some of our thespians, some of our actors, and we go down there, some minimal costume, and we do sort of a reader's theater. And we put on a short play or two. We have a great time, and it's free. Anyone can come and you can sit. It's nice because there's a tent you can sit under to keep you out of the sun if it's sunny that day, or out of the rain if it's rainy that day. It's a great time to just see a little taste of Merrimack Players. It won't cost you anything, and we're so pleased to be a part of the spoken word stage at the Bloomington 4th Street Festival for the second year in a row. We think this is gonna be a great, long-lasting relationship.
Yeah, I mean, come down, because there's so much more than just shows and things going on. I mean, there's different foods. There's so much. It was fun for our group to just walk around and visit all the different booths. So, great time for the entire family.
You mentioned your upcoming events, so I want to touch on that. What upcoming events do you have going on?
We do have many. One big thing, so during the fall foliage, Merrimack has always been involved in some way or the other. In past, we used to have a little train park out here on the train tracks where people can get on, take a look. Things have changed. They don't really allow that with laws and stuff anymore. So we were like, how can we be more involved and still get people here? And so we decided on a really cool, I think it's cool, I don't know about you, but it's kind of I guess you would say like a wax museum type of thing, but with real people. We're gonna have our actors dressing up as famous people from the past who have either lived in Martinsville, come to visit Martinsville. What time frame was that? Like 1920s?
20s, I want to say
the 20s. So all these different famous people, and if you've ever been to like Conner Prairie, the actors become those people, and that's what we're doing as well. So it's not just acting like it, we're going to transform into these people completely. We have family members of these people who are also going to take on these roles, but it's something fun to kind of share the history of Martinsville, Morgan County, and we're hoping that it's another hit for everyone, especially during the fall foliage. A couple of other things to kind of end off, I guess you would call our season, would be the Christmas show that we have coming up, and actually changing that up a little bit. Joan Kimbley is actually coming back to direct, which is awesome. Joan is one of our favorite people, an amazing director. But we are going to change it up. Instead of doing just one show, she's directing 2 one-act shows, which hasn't really been done. You know, that includes whether we do something special with maybe carolers in between, something like that, but it'll be cool. So that would be 2 separate auditions, and I've got the dates for the auditions, which would be September 18th and 19th. So that would be auditions for both shows. We'll keep you updated and informed on our website. Rehearsals would start October 17th, and performances would be December 1st through the 3rd, and then that second weekend after that as well. So, you know, new change. I think it's exciting. I've never tried that before. Putting on 2 shows, I think that would be fantastic. So
one of the things, before I forget, we have some other upcoming things that are still in the works that we want to talk about, but one of the fun things about coming to see a show at the Historic Depot Theater with the Merrimack Players is a lot of times we have a concession stand. And we do fresh popped popcorn. So even if you don't want to see a play, you should definitely come and at least get some popcorn.
it's amazing.
It's the best deal in town. But we do a lot of themed snacks, which I think is neat. A lot of places don't do that. So depending on, you know, maybe for the Christmas show, we might have something that is Christmassy. I'm not sure what it will be, but, you know, Christmas cookies or hot cocoa or something.
Yeah.
For
I'm
home
for it.
games, you know, we're looking at things like Cracker Jacks, cookies that look like baseballs, but it's just something else that we do that's kind of special, that adds an element, just a little something extra special to your experience when you come see a show at the Depot.
That's you know, you hit on that, and I tell the ones who come and, you know, who are part of my shows and others, I say that, you know, our audience, the experience that they're paying for shouldn't just be while they're watching the show. It should be the entire night. It should be an experience. And, you know, you put on that, yeah, I mean, the creativity to put shows on for what we do on this stage, but also, you know, yeah, the concessions. I mean, some of the things that we sell there is just absolutely amazing, and it takes a certain kind of art as well. That's why, you know, we want the entire night to just be something special, whether it's your time away from kids, whether you're with your kids and you come and see something. It just has to be something for everyone, an experience the entire night.
Plus, you get to see a show in an old train station, which is pretty cool in itself.
That's true.
I know that the youth productions here are always extremely successful. I know this because my daughter has been involved in a lot of them. My nieces are involved in them. What upcoming youth productions do you have?
Well, I'm glad we're doing this now because, you know, just about a week ago, we still did not have the approval yet. I'm super excited to be teaming up once again with Haley Helton, who helps me with Alice in Wonderland. We'll be directing Beauty and the Beast, which is a pretty big deal. You know, talking before, about 3 years ago when we did Peter Pan, the first time that Merrimack had so many come and audition, we actually weren't prepared for it. I was just doing old school wise, sitting at a table, I'm like, all right, do your audition. Well, I mean, we had 65 youth come out and audition, plus their parents, so this place was packed out. I thought that was amazing, and, you know, it made me go, you know, what else can we do? What can we do to keep bringing people in? So that next year we did Into the Woods, which was my first musical solo I'm doing, and we had like 78 come out and audition, which was told that, you know, you'll probably lose some people. Musicals sometimes scare people away, scare some actors away. We had even more, and then last year we did Alice in Wonderland, and we jumped again. We almost hit 90, and it blows my mind. So with Beauty and the Beast, it's going to be absolutely amazing. Super excited.
So let's talk about the actual building itself. Improvements that have been made, where it has come since you first started here versus where it's at now.
Well, I mean, from when I first started here, 2010, it was in the fall. Kind of had no idea what I was doing, but I joined this family. I always call it a family, whether you're on the board, whether you're in one of those shows, it's kind of a family that you never lose. I started on there, and just the passion that everyone had, I was like, I want to be a part of this. This is awesome. You know, a lot of stuff have changed. Just talking about our lights, we just upgraded our lights like 3 years ago. But before that, you know, we had what they actually called, they were like bean cans, soup cans that were like taped together. Those were our lights. And at that time, I mean, that was pretty top notch. Like, hey man, a community theater has their lights and stuff. It was awesome. Yeah, awesome 30 years ago. We had to find a way to really update, and we were able to get a grant. We were able to get these fantastic lights that, you know, if you've ever seen a show, the lights can make or break your show. And it's just been fantastic to be able to add gels, to be able to have certain programs and stuff. So that was one of the things. And then I'd been on here for quite a few years, and we got the bad news that our roof was not in great shape. That kind of took a big toll on me because that was at a moment where we were told if it couldn't be fixed, we could possibly have to shut our doors. The big part was the over $40,000 quote that they said it would take. Being a nonprofit organization who, you know, some of our shows cost, you know, $1,300 to put on, we get ticket sales back and that goes right towards that. I think all of us, or maybe just myself, I don't know, I think all of us were like, how is this going to happen? There was a lot of like support, a lot of Business Community Foundation, REMC, like just everyone jumped in. I mean, we were able to, how long did it take us to like, we were like halfway at the point before like, we were like, whoa, what even happened? I mean, it was just amazing. You know, now we have this roof on and I mean, it's just amazing to be able to still bring youth in, not have to shut our doors. That was some amazing moments on this building.
Yeah, and due to the nature of the history of the building and that it is a registered landmark, we have a clay tile roof. And so we found out that the underlayment under that was bad and rotting away, which is a problem because one of the things that Merrimack Players and the Arts Council try to do is preserve the depot and the history of the depot and maintain it. We needed to find a fix. The quote was about $40,000. We didn't know how we were going to pay for it. So we had some fundraisers, we had some concerts where people raised money for us. And then it was so amazing because we got grants from the Community Foundation of Morgan County, South Central Indiana REMC's Operation Roundup, the Morgan County Convention and Visitors Bureau, the Indiana Landmarks Foundation, and then a GoFundMe page that we had. And it just, I mean, we did it. Over $40,000 in less than a year. It was much less than a year because we were trying to get it done before the winter.
Before the ice and snow, yeah,
Yep.
that would have been it.
And it was just, I mean, the coverage that we had about our project with, you know, the Reporter Times and WCBK, it just, I mean, it was amazing. And that's why we love Morgan County. To watch the people of Morgan County, the people in the community, you know, our local media and things like that, who want to come together and preserve something that they know is important. And the depot, the history of it is important, as well as the Merrimack Players being the only performing arts community theater at a 30-mile radius, and certainly the only one in Morgan County. So it was just really spectacular to witness just that coming together, which I think is what makes Martinsville and Morgan County special.
I agree.
I agree with that too. I know from personal experience how this community pulls together in times of need and tragedy and that sort of thing, and it's unlike anywhere I've ever seen before. Mm-hmm. Is there anything else like specific you guys want to talk about? Or?
Just kind of talking about how, you know, we put on all these shows and it gets expensive, especially when you're doing like, you know, Disney shows, musicals, things. I mean, it gets expensive. And, you know, we were talking about how ticket sales, you know, they go right back into what we just paid or what we need to do the next time. It gives us very little funds to be able to stay with the times and keep updated. Although we love to preserve this historic building, we still have to have updated lights. Mm-hmm. We still have to have chairs that our audience are comfortable in for 2+ hours. Mm-hmm. That's one project that we're working on now is updating our chairs, updating our sound system. These are things that as a theater we have to keep updating, we have to stay with. Again, you know, needing the help from not just our community, but just in general, help with these funds. We still have that GoFundMe account open. We have a PayPal.me account that you can go to, send donations. We just want to keep this place alive. And, you know, we have so many youth from around Morgan County, even outside of Morgan County, which is amazing. They call this place their home. I'm a part of that for quite a few years, being able to be here and watch youth grow on this stage. It's just a special place. And like we said, the entire experience, the whole night needs to be an experience. So whether that means just watching the show or the comfortable seat that you're sitting in, the great popcorn that you're eating, all of this stuff in some ways takes funds.
And a lot of people don't realize that to put on a production, you have to pay royalties on the show that you're gonna do. We print up programs. You know, there's little things like running a business, credit card fees if someone pays with a credit card. Our volunteers, thank goodness, we have the fantastic John Lowe who does our building maintenance for us, but just things like stocking the restrooms that people don't think about, and we always need volunteers too to help us. Painting the set. This is done by local people. We have a few retired folks because any age can get involved.
Yep.
Youth to retired, and we have the entire spectrum of ages that participate. But we have a great little crew that come in every Monday, and they work on the theater. And one of the things that they do are work on the set, and we can always use more people to help paint or help design or find furniture.
Not just work on the set. These these same volunteers, like I said, like Mara was saying, small, they come here to work on the set and also the buildings and grounds that need to be upkeep. So whether it's weed eating, spraying the weeds, making sure, our storage isn't going to fall apart, something like, so it's more than just, oh, we've got a show to put on. Well, we also have to keep this building up so people can watch the show. So volunteers, taking tickets. I know you're saying that all, but I mean, it takes a lot, going to more of like online tickets. We have the more digital aspect where we need people scanning in tickets. We need people actually going, oh, you got your tickets on the YMCA, make sure we could use more help.
So the people that want to help, whether it be volunteer or send money or, donations, whatever it may be, what's the easiest way for them to find out how to help you guys?
The easiest part, I would say, is our website, marymacplayers.org. You can go there. You can email the board directly just by contact us. On the front page, if you scroll down where it's like the upcoming show, right there you can sign up and put a little message, hey, I'm interested in updating, or I would love to give a donation. That's the big way. We're also on Facebook. That's also a big one as well. You can get on there, send messages. And then, like I said before, we have a GoFundMe. Super easy names to follow, Mary Mac Players. If you search that on any of that, it'll pop up real easy. But then our PayPal account as well, the paypal.me, which is just /Mary Mac Players. I urge you, even if you have no idea what you're doing when it comes to volunteering, if you're just like, I just want to be a part of this, do it. It will change your life. I know from experience because I'm still here 7 years later. It'll change your life. It's an awesome thing.
Great way to socialize. If you're someone who maybe, you don't have people that you socialize with regularly, it's a great place for that. All the different ages and backgrounds that we have, you can learn something from our older and our younger members, no matter how old you are. It's just really delightful to make these long-lasting relationships and friendships with people in our community that you may never come across otherwise. One of the things people don't realize either is we're just not a group of people that put shows on. We do a lot of things in the community. We participate in the Martinsville Chamber of Commerce Chili Cook-Off. We often do a lot of things with the Parks Department. Fall Foliage Festival.
Yeah, go to the photography and poetry contest. We provide, again, there you go, financially wise, we provide the awards for that, which a lot of people don't know that, it's a great thing still, but yeah, outside of these walls, we are very involved. We love it. We love being a part of Morgan County, and we'd love for you guys to join us as well.
And I think I can speak for most of Morgan County when I say that we love the fact that you guys are involved in Morgan County as well.
Well, thank you.
Thank you guys so much for allowing me to come out and take this footage, take this video, talk to you guys about what you guys have going on here. I think the community needs to know more about Mary Mac and what you guys do here, so this is going to be a great outlet to do that. I appreciate everything that you've done for my family and my daughter, and there's not words to express the feeling that you have as a parent seeing your child up here on the stage doing what they love. I can never thank you guys enough for providing that outlet for these kids. Not just my kid, but any kid in Morgan County, or any kid in any county that decides to come and audition and try to be a part of this. It's nothing but beneficial for all of the people involved here. So thank you guys so much for your time today. I greatly, greatly appreciate it, and I'm really excited about this video.